killing myself pretty quickly.
Yeah, in your mind, like when you started playing in bands or when you started to get into that lifestyle, I mean, because I know myself, I mean, yeah, I sort of aspired to it.
Yeah.
There was part of me that thought, like, well, this is what you do. This is the freedom of this. Did you have that?
Oh, totally. Yeah, we were hell raisers, man. We had, like, other bands would take pictures.
Which band?
When I was in the Truckers.
Okay.
Like, the bands that would open for us and stuff. I remember catching them taking pictures of the tables in our dressing room because there'd be, like, 5 or 6 or 8 empty fifth whiskey bottles,
What was the whiskey?
Jack Daniels. Always.
Yeah, that was what I drank when I was in high school and for a while.
Jack.
Had to be Jack, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, where does that come from? That's a Skinner thing.
Tennessee.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's that's a specifically Southern thing.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest tasting liquor.
I always thought so.
You did?
I always thought so.
That smell at first, what, did you drink it straight? Did you mix it with Coke?
At first, yeah, and we drank it out of the bottle on stage. I remember the first band I saw do that was Dash Rip Rock from New Orleans. When I was in college, I saw them play a show, and they were doing that. And then when I joined the Truckers, they were doing it. It's like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
As long as you had something to prop up against, or, like by the end of the show, I mean, I was just blitzed.
Now, you grew up near Muscle Shoals, so, I mean, those guys, and I know Patterson's dad was one of those guys. Mm-hmm. Did you know Patterson, or did you know when you were a kid?
Not really. No, he had moved out of town. They were a bit older than me.
The Truckers are.
Yeah, Patterson and Cooley both.
But you used to see those musicians around.
I knew Patterson's dad real well before I knew Patterson.
How's that?
He was still in town. He still lived there. He still played out Friday, Saturday nights in restaurants, and they still don't really have much for music venues. There's 1 or 2 down here that gets out of town bands, but the people who played on those records, you could still catch them at a local bar and grill, playing on a Friday night. So I would just go and sit and listen to them at first, and then finally kind of worked up the nerve to tell them that I played, and they'd have me sit in with them, and got to be good friends with those guys.
How old were you?
I was 16, 17, 18 years old.
Isn't that kind of bizarre?
It is. It's amazing. It's ridiculously fortunate, And then when I didn't know at first that much about the music that was made in that